No, of course. So I'll work on that tonight, and I'll give it to you in the morning.
Thank you. And I know that I'm not the best person to give this advice, but I think that it's a very good thing what you're doing. Because stuff like that's a lot easier to carry if you're sharing it.
Well, as your friend Compton told me, the only way to do change is to actually change. So, I need to stop being more honest with those that I want to keep close, it seems.
Yeah, I think that's a good start. Good night,
But
Sophia.
good night. Enjoy your sleep, Craig.
And he like fucking speed walks up to his room with that plate.
Yep.
The instant the doors close behind him, he's eating.
Okay.
Does it help more than what I ate for dinner? Than like the roast?
The roast, because it was cooked, this is definitely more satiating than the roast.
Sick. Gonna clean my plate and go the fuck to bed.
All right. And you lull to sleep.
Excellent. I need to get up for a second. This cat's going fucking nuts.
All right. So with that, the night passes. Raina, you are meditating for the most part, right?
Yeah, well, I was thinking that sort of like my elf sleep could be kind of like that that state that you're in where you're just about to fall asleep, so you're not totally conscious. It's like when you have all the weird dreams in between alarm clocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Because you are aware of your surroundings going around, make me a perception check.
Oh, I didn't. Hold on. I didn't even open my character sheet because I'm a fool. Right, that's 17.
17. At one point during your meditation, you know it's coming close because you guys all went to bed pretty, earlier than him, but probably a little bit later in your meditative state, you hear pretty further away a little bit of a crash sound.
Crash sound?
Yeah, like something like either like a table like being broken or like a box falling over, just like that type of crash sound.
Okay, well, I think I'd wake up at that point to check it out.
Okay. You can tell by the direction of sound it was coming from the inn.
All right. Okay, well, I'm going to wake up. Where am I in this sleeping situation?
I would say you're in the middle.
Okay.
You're the middle of the spoon.
All right. So I'm going to get up and
you're going to have to move Compton.
Yeah. I'm going to try to like gently shove the others away.
Yep.
As I'm getting up. And well, I don't know. I guess I should wake them up. So I'm going to wake up and in being stuck kind of in the middle, I'm going to just kind of lightly tap on Compton's shoulder. Compton. Hey.
What is it?
I heard a crash and can't really. I feel like we should get up. You've got me, though, and I can't get up. I can't get up.
Oh, Compton realizes that he's spooned into the back arena. I'm okay. There's no easy way to extricate myself from this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get up. I apologize. It was nice for me. I'm sorry. And Compton just gets up. He like starts doing the scoot thing down to the edge of the back. I'll go check it out. Where was it?
Fine. It was coming from the inn. Should we Stoke?
I have to pee.
We can pee on the way. We have to. I heard a crash. We should go get up.
You gotta find a place to pee. Miss Luna Dream ain't gonna let you use the bathroom.
Did we leave the window unlocked? Because I can boost you up through there if you.
Okay. Compton like works his ass out of the front of the wagon and then to the barn door. He's not doing this stealthily at all, right? He's like, this is literally what it is when my wife or children wake me up because they hear some shit. I'm just stomping through the house loudly. I don't give a fuck. So he's just stomping through the barn. I'm like, God damn, it's fucking late. Why do we got to do this? Where the fucking? And he pulls the barn door open and looks towards the inn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raina's like right behind him.
Stoat's doing the Macarena, just making sure she has all her daggers with her, and then she's good to go.
Yeah, so everybody, if you want, because you're like still half asleep, Compton, roll at disadvantage, but everybody can roll me a perception check.
My perception without disadvantage is a disadvantage, so.
Yeah. Mine's a 10, so.
Good
Sorry,
old
I
6.
felt my drink, and I'm just a little bit flustered. 1 sec.
No problem.
I was just fucking killing it.
It's a night. The wind is like we're having gusts of 45 miles an hour right now.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
Mine
it's
was
fun.
13.
How much?
13?
13. You kind of catch it. So Compton and Raina, you don't really hear much at the moment. But as you guys are like standing at the gate of the barn, all of a sudden you just hear very lightly, Stoat, from the inn direction. You hear like a glass shatter, and then like a of something moving towards the inn.
I hear something move towards the inn.
Like in the direction of where the inn is. The sounds all seem to be coming from the inn.
And I'm right next to everybody, so I would definitely tell you guys all that.
Well, you hear? Okay. Compton just starts crossing the like. If Stoat says I hear something towards the end, he's just gonna cross the courtyard because it is like a little. It's not the street. It's like there's a
little yeah.
So Compton's just gonna start crossing the courtyard in the direction that Stoat said there was a sound.
I think that Raina would have not grabbed a bow in this situation because it's assumingly going indoors, but she might have grabbed her staff in the scythe attachment.
Yeah.
Because
so Raina, especially with your passive perception, as you guys get closer and closer, you start to hear more little small noises coming from inside the inn. A clang here, a shatter of a cup there, just little small noises coming from the inn.
Because it's funny, Compton doesn't have pants on. He's in his underwear, right? Like he gets hot when he sleeps. Like he can't be wearing all that. So like he just got up and he's just out there and he's got these little underoos on and his like shirt, but his shirt's long. So yeah. And he's awake now, but he does not look like he wants to fucking be awake. This is stupid. Wait, so are we going inside? Is it around the side? Where's the sound?
Could I get an idea of where the sound was coming from? The kitchen, or was it just in the...
It seems to be just coming from just inside the inn.
That's... somewhere inside the inn, I didn't really get a good... I don't know.
Oh, okay. Compton just goes to the door and opens it.
Okay. Compton, because of you and what you have, you would see Lunadrim and Ophelia are currently throwing themselves around the inn.
Okay, real quick.
And
'cause
you know
this is
exactly,
really,
yeah.
okay.
You know exactly what they're doing.
I pulled the door closed.
Raina and Stowe, as soon as like he opens the door and he looks, you guys don't see anything. The inn is like very dark. And then Compton just slams the door shut.
Quietly. I pull it. I quickly. I do,
Yeah.
Oh, no. Back. It's back to bed. We gotta go back to bed. Let's vacate the area. Let's shoo.
But okay, is it so? Everything's good. What's
I'll tell you. No, you know what? We'll walk and talk. We gonna just, and he's gonna start physically like moving them. Like, come on. Look, you ever been at your house and your mom and your pa's like, hey, just don't knock on the door. We're taking a nap, and then you find out there's wrestling.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, look, I kind of want to stay and watch. I just know it's inappropriate. So let's go.
They didn't invite us. Let's go.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm going to bring it up a little bit, just find out later. But for now, you got to just P's and Q's about it.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't invite us. Oh, my. All right. And with that, so you guys go back to bed. The rest of your evening, Raina, you do a couple more. The sun rises. Nothing else seems to happen. Very early in the morning, though, for you, Raina, like, would you stay in the barn with them, or would you have gone elsewhere?
No, I think I'd stay in the barn.
Yep. Very early in the morning, you would see the hand come inside and starts to work on the horses. Are you inside the wagon, or are you outside?
No, I'm in the wagon.
Okay, yeah, he wouldn't see you, so he just get to work. You'd hear him talking to the horses, rubbing them down, feeding them, getting them all ready to go. And a little bit later on, this would be before you guys all get your full rest, you would see the blacksmith walk in.
Okay, can I get to a place where I could just kind of keep an eye on him without being seen?
Yeah, easy enough.
Okay.
You can just slip out the back, like, and then just kind of sneak around if you want. Just roll me stealth with advantage, because they had no idea you're there in the first place, so you got advantage on this.
That's a modified 20.
Modified 20, yeah. As far as you can tell, they don't seem to notice you at all.
I'm just going to stay there until he leaves, I guess.
Well, Carlar, you will see, actually approaches the wagon. He seems to be walking around the outside of it. Looks like he has like this rope out, and he's starting to take measurements of the wheels, looking at the horses, talking to the hand. They're lifting up the horses' shoes, checking them all out and everything like that. As they're talking, they're just generally having a conversation about the happenings around town. They can't believe that the mayor, what happened to him, and just generalized conversation. And he's talking about how the group that, well, those travelers that you all got up over there. Odd fellas, every one of them, but they pay well, so good business for the town. Oh yeah, it's good. They gave me 2 gold pieces to just fuck off for the rest of the afternoon. It was great. I honestly, guess what? I was able to get a good old fashioned, if you know what I mean, down at the Sultry Apple. Oh, good for you. That's, like, you know what? Yeah. Good for you. He's like, yeah, whew, yeah. And they just go on about their day. And with this, probably about halfway through all of his measurements and everything like that, Stoke and Compton, you would rouse, and Craig, you would start to rouse inside the inn.
Rest finally achieved.
So that's our long rest?
Yep.
Okay, level fucking 5.
Yep.
Okay, so we wake up and these motherfuckers are outside.
Yeah, you can hear mumblings on the outside, just outside your wagon.
Okay,
because you guys are living in the wagon.
So as Compton comes to, like, let me get this fucking long rest though, because this 21 hit points ain't for me. Hell yeah. Okay. So as Compton like comes to an awakened state, he keeps his eyes closed a little bit. Is Raina still laying there, or did she move to like the edge of the wagon?
No, I moved to the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you said, you got outside the wagon.
Yeah,
right?
I'm outside the wagon right now.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
she's gone.
Okay, cool. He notices there's a vacancy, and then he hears these other voices, and I guess in his mind he doesn't know where she went, so it's like, well, maybe she went to get coffee. Who knows? He will lay there and listen for a while, so I don't know how much of that conversation he's gonna catch.
Yeah,
Rough.
and they just keep having conversations and. Well, look, Carla, if sooner or later we gotta get a new mayor. What do you have any recommendations? No, at all. That's way out of my game. Too old. Just want to work on my shop. So hey, if they let me keep doing what I'm doing, I'm happy with whoever on there. He's like, oh yeah, well, there's a lot of options. And kind of goes through the names and everything like that.
When they're doing that, Compton's gonna put his hand out to Stoke to like just like on her shoulder and look at her, and does she show that she's awake?
Yeah, she's awake and she's just trying to judge how paranoid she should be.
Compton just says like this, like, right, be quiet, don't say anything yet. So I'm still listening. I want to hear what these motherfuckers are gonna say.
Yeah. And if you don't make them be quiet, if you don't say anything, they just keep talking. Oh, well, of course, the obvious choice would be Orsic, town sheriff being elected to the mayor. That would just make sense. But, he wasn't originally from here, so people always want someone who was originally born here. Yeah. But you know what? Charles Mornhelm, he's brought in a lot of business to town. Like everybody loves that place. Is packed. All all the money flows to there.
Compton jumps in.
Kind of an obvious,
Compton jumps into their conversation and goes, "He ain't bad looking neither."
Yeah, he's real good looking. And that voice, oh boy,
it just does something to you, doesn't it? Doesn't it just get that engine going inside? It just make you feel nice and warm.
This feels targeted.
Good morning. Sorry if it kind of gives it like Carla gives you guys like gives you a weird look for a moment because you're sleeping in a wagon when you're right beside an inn. Because like, hey, I just here to measure up. Your friend Craig told me you had a new horse that you needed to get all horseshoed up and the wagon reinforced, all that stuff. Already paid for. He's a good guy. That one. That's a good guy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Did he ask you anything about some metal bolts, though?
Bolts?
Compton just stares at him. Yeah, metal ones. Big honking ones. They might get shot out of like a makeshift crossbow of some kind. Out of maybe a shed.
Probably just a general charisma.
Don't wake Compton up in the morning. General charisma. I'm like, where's my charisma stat? It's not over there.
Yeah.
I'm not at disadvantage.
Stoke pulls out a whetstone, starts sharpening a dagger.
Carla kind of like stops. No, you didn't ask anything like that.
Oh, that's funny.
You know what? I'm sorry I woke you all up. I'm just, I'll finish. I'm done. You know what? Horse hooves are all about the same size. I'll finish up here and I'm going to, wheels, they look about the same size as that one over there. I'm sorry about bothering y'all.
Oh, you got to go? Is that what you're saying? You're rushing off right now, Carlar?
Your friend Craig, he commissioned an arm sleeve. I need to get working on that. I was supposed to be ready for tomorrow morning. You know what? I really, got a lot to do. Sorry, everybody. Bye. And he starts-
Oh, you're gonna go.
he's leaving. No one stops me. He's leaving.
By the way, Compton is sat up at this point, but he's still not wearing pants. Right? So he's having this conversation with fucking Bridges. Look. Oh.
I imagine Compton is a tidy whitey guy. Like, just...
Look, to be honest, he would be commando. It just feels inappropriate. Right? Like, let's be honest. That's too constricting. There's gotta be, there's room. Okay. So he's sitting there. He's like, oh, go ahead.
I think as Karlar exits the barn, Raina will just like come around from the corner like she's about to enter the barn and like bump right into him while he's all flustered. Oh, sorry.
Oh, hello. Hey, bye. And he just books at the gate.
Have a wonderful day.
Hey, G2.
I do want to say at this moment that Craig's intention was, as soon as he was up, to head out to the barn.
Yeah, so you can say you're like halfway across. Like you could be either out, like you can be wherever you want, outside of the inn at this point.
Also bump
when
into
he's coming
him.
out the gate.
If I'm seeing Carla leaving in a hurry, I'm gonna flag him down.
He sees you. He tries to give you a wave.
Oh, hey, come here. I need to talk to you.
Hey.
And he just starts walking into the barn.
I already got mentions and all that. Law work I gotta get down to. Gotta finish up your sleeve. What do you need, Craig?
We had a conversation yesterday, and he's leading him back into the barn.
Yeah, and he's like standing, waiting for you to get like the longest distance away till it's like awkward, and he slowly starts to follow. And he kind of like stops, hoping that you stop.
He like once he looks over and he sees that he's kind of following him, he will keep walking into the barn. Like he will walk to the opposite end of the barn just to get him inside the building. He will leave him no choice. If he stops at the door, Crag will also stop.
He stops at the door. Like he will stop at the door.
Carlar, buddy.
Yeah, Craig.
Come into the barn.
I fucking love this.
For what it is worth, Crag's entirely unarmed.
Yeah. Roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage, though.
Also,
this is gonna be poor.
Just because of the timing of it, Compton's trying to fucking get Thomas out of the fucking barn. Like he didn't want Thomas there in the first place. So if Thomas is still there, it's like, dude, I fucking gave you 2 gold. Fuck off. And then you're telling him about it. That's poor form. Can you just leave just for a little while?
You just told me not to tell Luna Dream. That's what you said, I remember.
Yeah, but the way you were saying it was like you pulled one over on me, and I don't like it. So maybe just leave.
No, it wasn't that. I was just saying you're big spenders. That's all I was saying. It's surprising. 2 gold pieces for me to just leave for the afternoon. That's like...
Go away.
All right.
Thank you.
Guys, I'm sorry. Sorry! As he's leaving, so you see Craig as you guys are like, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean it! And he walks and you see him heading towards the end. Carlar turns and looks, he's like, don't, it's just a problem. I hate you, Carlar. She opened my mouth and I'm in trouble now. Guy. Charles wouldn't have this happen if he was in charge and he could walk up towards the end.
You know what they say when Charles is in charge.
Carlar looks at you. You want your sleeve done, Craig.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there because I asked the first time. What I do the second time might surprise you. I understand that what I just said is pretty combative. I'm not trying to... I really, truly just want to have a talk with you. I don't want to have it out in the fucking street so other people are hearing the kind of shit you get up to, okay?
Alright, Blum Keaton. All right, but I'm keeping the door open.
It's fine. Just fucking don't do it outside. God damn.
So he'll walk in to the barn, and he stays pretty close to the door. Probably
That's
about
fine.
a good 10 feet just inside the barn.
Craig's entire thing is just getting him out of clear view of like anywhere else. Just get him out of sight. That's fine.
All right.
So
Boyle.
I get the sense that you have been dishonest with me, Carlar.
I sort of charged you the generalized rates. For
no.
the hooves and the wagon wheels reinforcement, toe gold pieces. The sleeve was a custom job, so with custom, gonna have to make one or two of them. They might not work out the way I originally proposed. We agreed upon the price of the platinum rings.
Okay, so now I can tell you that ain't what I'm talking about. Not even kind of a little bit. I couldn't give a fuck less about the gold, really. Even if you were overcharging, that's fine. No skin off my back. The trouble I'm coming to is that I asked Jaffe about those real nice glasses you made him. Just remind me how long you told me it'd take you to make me a pair.
Well, not
Don't
really
think too hard on it, because I remember that it's 6 days. Yeah. He said you got them to him in a couple hours, and I'm left to think either you're getting real fucking bad at what you do, or you were lying to me, and I don't like either of them.
At this point, where is everybody else in the barn?
How much attention is Carlar paying to Craig? Is he just looking at Craig?
Oh, you can see he's looking around. Like he's looking at Craig. he's focusing on the conversation, but he knows at least Compton's in the barn too.
Okay.
And Craig
doesn't know about Stoke, and then Raina made herself known too, and she bumped into him on the way out.
And Craig assumes that they are somewhere because he didn't see them in the inn.
Just so you know where Compton is, he's in the wagon because he can kind of see him, I guess, from the wagon. Maybe he's like leaning out a little bit from one side. I'm mage handing his little book of orders. It's floating. Do you know what I'm talking about? The order book?
Oh, yeah.
My intention is to bump it in this motherfucker's head.
Oh, you want to throw the book pretty much at him?
I'm not catapulting it. I could. That's damage. I don't need that.
You're like.
The idea is to just like that thing where you just like nudge somebody with a thing. Yeah. Like that's it. I'm just gonna fucking like pop, 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 pop with the fucking order book. Like to where?
Okay. And what are Stoat and Raina doing?
I had gone back to the wagon to like talk to Stoat and Compton. So I'm like leaning out against the side of it, I guess. Kind of next to where Compton's head is sticking out.
Okay. And Stoat?
Stoat was told to stay quiet, so she's staying quiet and just dagger sharpening.
All right. So as you're like, I know you're lying to me. The book starts to like poke him in the side of the head, and like he leans a little bit, and he kind of like swats it away for a moment, but then grabs it.
Craig is because he recognizes the book. It was shown to everybody.
Yeah.
He's doing his best to force down a smile because he's trying to be serious. And that's funny as fuck.
Do you pull the book back when he grabs it, or do you?
Oh, I'd let him take it.
No.
No,
the intention is that he's aware of what it is. Yeah, he can grab it.
All right, so he grabs it down and he like looks at the back for a moment with no reaction, and then he turns it over and kind of like opens it up. You see his face kind of like the color rushes out of it.
Right.
Well, you won't like. Wait. All right. Yeah. Are you all like the special investigators I've been hearing about around town? The sworn in deputies that, rumored no one knows who they are?
Craig is going to look back at Compton for that one.
We're circus folk.
Yeah, we're circus folk. I'm a strong man.
Yeah. I'm one of them magic users. She's a stabbing.
Shooter.
Yeah. What was that?
Sharpshooter.
That's, yeah. Paces away. Stodel throw knives. Always hits the target.
Also doubles the security, that one.
Yeah.
Are you guys being mockery, or are you actually trying to deceive them?
I'm being like a sarcastic asshole.
Yeah,
Nope,
Craig,
I was making sure.
Craig got the sense this is a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Boy, that's fine. Fine. I'm assuming. I'm assuming that you're gonna be bringing me into Orsic. Then should I just walk on over? Is that it?
Well, I can't speak for them. I wasn't planning on doing that. What I'm here for is real simple. It's awful simple. Where the fuck did you get those glasses?
They were given to me. All right.
Who? Okay. Who?
I'll tell you, it's funny. You seem to know more than enough, so I'm assuming you already met him. You're this far in. Name's Thamar. You know him?
Yeah, no, I kicked the shit out of him. He's kind of a bitch. If you see him again, tell him to come back.
Asshole. He's an asshole, if you ask me.
He's an asshole and a weak asshole. So, like I said, if you see him again, tell him Craig said don't be a stranger. You know.
I hope to God I never see him again. He lit up my basement. He's been blackmailing me for the last year.
Oh shit, you too?
Compton did laugh from the cart. Like, my laugh was Compton's laugh.
Yes.
He was pretty weak. Craig beat the living shit out of him. He had to run, actually.
Well, that's glad you guys are so strong you're able to deal with him. I saw him drain a guy of his blood in like 3 minutes flat.
What, like a vampire?
No, the guy, he cut his wrist and then he drained all the blood right out of him, spewed it all over the wall.
Gross.
Ah,
You do that recently?
no, this is when he was blackmailing me. When he started, told me what happened to me.
It's a good demonstration. If nothing else, he's real good at giving lessons, I guess. It don't matter. Point is, he gave you the glasses, right?
Ah,
Did he tell you to give them to anybody?
yeah, he told me to give him to Joffrey.
Yeah, see, I don't know why I didn't think of that immediately.
Yeah, Joffrey, before Thamar ever showed up, Joffrey could see no problem. And then one day, he told me that Joffrey was going to come in, looking for something to help with his vision, and give him these glasses. So I did what I was told.
That feels real bad. Okay, Okay, yeah, no, I'm done. If y'all have anything else you want to talk to me about, that's fine. And Craig is going to wander back to the end.
Wait, well, don't leave. Hold on. No, please, don't leave. Just wait. Just hold on. Okay. Compton clambers out of the back of this wagon. No pants still, because I love this no pants thing. He falls out of the back of the wagon. He's excited. Just kind of tumbles out a little bit. He catches his foot. Nope. I'm okay. It's fine. All right. Wait, so you mean to tell me Joffrey could see just fine, and then now he can't?
Ah. Joffrey used to have no problem seeing. Hell. And then one day, after I was put in the employ of the Grand Thamar, he told me that Joffrey be coming in looking for some glasses.
That motherfucker asked you to call him the Grand Thamar?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's what
him
and his subordinate. Well, no. That's what his subordinates didn't like him too much. Used to call him behind his back.
Oh, it was. Got it. Okay.
And that guy who got drained and spewed all over the wall, that was one of them.
Okay. I'm a little upset one of those bolts you made went through my chest, by the way. I do want to say that. That don't sit right with me.
Talking about the ones out in the shed, then you opened it up. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry to hear that, but you seem to be walking away, so I guess they weren't built well enough.
They were fine. It hurt real. Look, okay, we're not going into the nuances of the situation. Here's my thought. One, I need you to make Joffrey new glasses.
Can't.
I
I'm
look
a
at
glass
Crag.
blower. I'm a blacksmith.
No, I get it. I look at Crag, and I'm like, didn't he say he was gonna make you glasses?
And I was going to tell him that I didn't have the materials today.
Yeah,
Don't lie to
okay.
you more. I apologize, but you know.
It's very cool. It's nice to know that you're just going to keep lying. Samar did something to Jaffe, and I don't know if we'll be able to fix it. We might be able to figure out what it was.
Yeah, but see, my question about that is we don't know if he actually affected his vision or if it affected his thought about his vision, right? Like maybe it's a mental thing.
I ain't so good with brains.
Yeah, I'm not a physician. The point is, we're going to take them glasses from Jaffe because they're not good glasses. They don't belong to him. They belong to us. But you're now responsible for finding Jaffe new glasses. And because of that, we won't say nothing to Orsic about your involvement regarding like all of it. And the fact that the tunnel all the way out to the windmill goes right to your fucking basement. And that you put a bolt in my chest. And that you've just been stealing from folks this whole time and profiting from it lucratively. Look, I don't want to hear you fucking tell me you weren't the goddamn woman at the fucking windmill said the same fucking thing. And it's bullshit. You're part of it. You could have turned to me. You could have said some shit and you didn't. And I get it. You was feared for your life. That's fine. But it's a choice you made. It's a choice.
Well, nothing I'm going to say is going to change your mind. So that's fine. Don't know about the glasses. I'd have to try and get some from one of the capitals. Ain't got the materials or skill to do it around here. Why didn't it take his glasses?
Because they were using the glasses to tell which travelers had items to steal.
Oh, it's the Mars gone. So I don't know why.
The Mars gone for now.
Why wait? Cleared out my basement. You know, the only thing left there was a mirror.
You know, some folks move when the seasons change, and then they come right back when the weather gets good again.
Yeah, most people don't burn down the house.
Hey, wait, could you said a thing? What did he leave?
The only thing that was left after the fire was a mirror.
Did it not get burned up?
No, he has some like soot on it from all the ash and the smoke and everything like that. But other than that, it seemed perfectly fine.
Craig just stares at Compton because he like the synapses are barely clicking where it's like that's kind of important, but he doesn't know how.
Okay, so we're going to take a look at that mirror because it's important. And if, it does not change the fact that we got to scrub this from the town. Here's my thing, Carlar. We don't want to turn you into the authorities, right? I understand that everybody... What?
I want to be turned into the authorities.
Good. Okay, so help us help you, Carlar, right? Like we...
All right, yeah, I got the glasses for Jaffe there. I can do that. I'll put in an order for him on there.
Okay.
I'll talk around, see if we can put it in the shipment. I can take care of that. You know what? I'm done with it. I never wanted to be like this, and I'm, up on top, straight and narrow, going forward.
I like to hear that. That makes me feel good. I'm pretty sure my companions feel good about it. I don't know. Stoat, you want to stab him still?
I want to know what your thoughts are of Orsic.
And why?
Well, he said he wasn't from here.
No. Originally, he was up from, up in more northern area type there. He was from, what's the region to the north over there? Let me just grab up my notes. Yeah, he's up from Landrel area over there. One of the towns up in that area. Just past the mountain range to the north.
And why does he want to be here? He seemed to us that he was trying to make things right in this town.
Yeah, he came here. He used to be one of those city guards in one of the bigger cities. And then he settled on down here because we were looking for a type of local law enforcement. He started as a guard here, and then everybody liked him, real personable guy, and then moved his way up to being the town sheriff. Well, he's been here for 35 years now. Came here was only about 20.
And when did Thamar start occupying your basement?
Oh, he only occupied my basement without last year or so. A year and a half maybe. But I know he's been here longer because they got me by the balls with surprise, him and the mayor. I thought I was doing some work for Danvor, and then one day, after talked around town about Danvor's, shady dealings going on, nothing was found, and then him and this Thamar man show up and told me I've been doing work for him, and showing me, I've been helping with shady dealings, and everything get blamed on me. But I didn't help him out.
Did anybody, Craig specifically, I think, did you tell, it might have been Raina too, I don't remember, who saw the exchange, the visual exchange between Charles and Carlar? And if whoever saw it, did you tell us?
I think it might have just been.
They were both surprised. They did not make an exchange between them.
Okay.
That was what Craig, you would know that, Craig, because you were the one that saw it. They just both had a relief upon them, but they did not exchange looks to each other.
Okay. But as far as we know, they don't know that they know each other.
As far as Craig knows.
Okay. Who else here's, you said it was a mayor who's, not here anymore. Anybody else working on this with you?
Well, as far as I can tell, maybe Joffy. He doesn't seem like that type, but they told me to give him the glasses.
No, he's a good.
So
kid.
I was a good man. Things happen.
Look, Carlar, you could still be a good man. You could be a great man for all we know. You start telling the truth about things and being honest. I mean, really, it's your character is what precedes you, sir.
Well, all I can say is that the mayor in the town, Danvor, he seemed to be in center. That's probably why he ended up offing himself. He's rest his soul, but
that's a good question. You think he's the type to kill himself?
Oh, to you and I, no.
Okay.
He's a pretty strong man, very belligerent at times, stuck to his values, but who knows how long he's been doing this? Oh, and he sits there and he thinks for a while. He's been asking me to make weird things probably for the past 5 years. Every so often, walk in, ask me to make something, and give me a picture of it. Told me he needed a rush order job, make it up. It's probably been happening 5 years. Every so often, it was just once or twice. Here and there, and it started getting more and more. And then one day, him and that Thamar fella, they show up, and they told me what I've been doing. I didn't know. I just thought I was making things for Danvor.
When you was making weird things, you working with copper at all?
Copper, steel, honor.
You make any tripods?
Oh, yeah.
Copper ones specifically.
Tripods. I make copper stand, 3-prong legging, kind of like a tripod. They're very simple.
Hey,
though,
I got an idea. Just hold on one quick second. Hey, Stoke, can you do me a favor? Can you get that tripod? It's in your bag.
Yeah. She goes and hides into the wagon and pulls it out. Comes back.
What about something like that?
He looks at it for a moment. Yeah. I remember that little doohickey at the back there. I only made I saw it before, didn't make that part. You see like where the mount for where the crystal stands and the extended arm, like where the candle was attached. He points at like that whole thing. No, I saw that. I just made the legs to hold that up there. But you know what? He wasn't the one who came in and requested that actually.
Was it a dwarf gentleman?
No, it wasn't a dwarf gentleman. Probably about guy late 30s, pretty tall. What was his name? He's sitting there and he's racking his brain. Gotta look at my notes. I got it right here.
This is just such a great lore conversation. I'm pleased.
Oh, yeah, I remember. His name was Folsted. Yeah, Folsted. He was a guy who moved in probably year ago. Yeah, maybe a little bit less on there. Farm out of town, that guy. Asked me to make these lights for it.
You said he moved in here?
No, just out of town.
Out of town. All right.
Yeah, him and about 2 friends or so. Kind of gruff looking fellas, really. You know, but one time I started asking questions, and then Tamar always had ears in the top, and when after Folstead left, Tamar told me stop asking so many questions to.
Can you describe this individual as clearly as you can for my companions, because I feel like they're good with faces, and maybe we've seen this person maybe.
Okay, he'll try and recall. Let's see what he gets. 12. He wore heavy leathers, very heavy. Kind of like a breastplate type thing. Always had it. Kind of more dressed like a mercenary type fella. Well built, pretty bulky, but pretty bulky. Had a very There was something really, really unique about him. He had a scar that ran from his earlobe right down to his chin, across the face. He had kind of brownish hair. Probably it wasn't long per se, but he kept it back, so it may have been longer.
Is this ringing any bells? Is this our in-half fella in the basement?
That's what I'm thinking. As far as I can recall, does that match the description of the man who was cleft in twain?
It does not match that fellow, no.
Okay.
And that was
it goes on.
Oh,
it goes on.
And it definitely wasn't the old guy I buried, because he was old. No.
And he'll go on just to kind of help with this. Yeah, and he had this other friend who came on. His name, if I remember correctly, was Marvik. Marvik, though, he had kind of like shorter hair, very close to his face. Same thing, not as nice a leathers as Folst did, that fella there. Once again, kind of more dressed like a mercenary, which was weird in these parts on here. He, though, very uniquely, he had like this weird milky eye, and that matches the description of the guy that you saw cut in twain on the stairs.
Okay, well, that's... Huh.
And you said that Tamar was saying don't mess with what these individuals is asking you for?
Well, we're not so much messing them, just stop asking them so many questions. He seemed to...
No, I get it. It's fine. Look, I'm hoping you're feeling a little bit more at ease. It seems as though you are, which is good, because we don't want you to feel bad. Look.
Well, it's not that. I think if I just keep answering your questions, you won't turn me in. So honestly, I'm just really hoping that if I keep... You're either going to get these answers from me when we talk to Orsic, or I help you out now willingly, and I don't have to talk to Orsic.
That's fair.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
Okay. So here's the thing. How much them glasses going to cost Jaffe, or for you?
Oh, for me, about 200.
Is that's pieces. Like a discount for you?
No, I got to order them. Why would I have a discount?
I don't know. I figured maybe because you're a tradesman, you might know some folk.
I'm not a tradesman. I'm a blacksmith. I'm not like a traveling merchant or anything that I know people.
Is blacksmithing not a trade? That's but fine. Okay, here's
no. I do fine. The trade, but I don't trade with lots of people.
I get it. So here's the deal. We'll cover the expenses of the glasses. Look, we'll cover the expense of the glasses.
All right.
Okay. You need to go get those glasses from Jaffe and bring them to us. Tell him you're getting new ones. I don't give a fuck what you tell him. You got to go get them. What?
Ain't that a thing? Is it?
Only leave them blind. The minimum is going to be at least 2 weeks before I can get them glasses.
I think there's see, you know what? This is where I'm confused. You think I care about that, right? And I get that that's a hardship for Jaffe, and I do understand. We're going to try to figure that part out. I do, wholeheartedly. Right, folk. We gonna figure that out. Try maybe.
Of course.
Yeah. If Tamar's an asshole, if he did something to Jaffe, I like Jaffe.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He works 2 jobs. We're not going to let him go without labor for 2 weeks.
Hey, you know what's fucked up? It's actually his choice to do that. We talked about this.
Oh.
It is.
Because we came in and we heard, oh, Jaffe works 2 jobs. We're like, what the fuck? Why ain't one paying him enough? He wants the extra money, apparently. That's his thing.
He lives with his mama in a basement.
No shame in that.
Here's my thing. I was going to say, living with your mama's the best way to do it. I'm just saying, he's needing his money. Regardless, here's the point. Those glasses is dangerous. If this isn't about putting Jaffe out of his livelihood, this is about kind of ensuring that for the same reason we need to go take a look at that mirror, right? Anything that's tied, anything that's tying us to Thamar the Mage, the Bloody Barons. Oh man, I'm starting to get it together. The Bloody Barons, he put blood on the wall. Okay. He painted. Craig.
He can't do this right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, look. We just got to remove him from his possession. That's it. And I get it. The reason I want you to do it is because I don't want him knowing we got it. We got to stay here for a while. I don't want him having hard feelings with us. Just tell him there's a problem with him. I don't fucking care.
It's fine. Fine. No, that's fine. Yeah. I'll get him. That's fine. I can get him. That's easy. You know, he should be sleeping now. Talk to his mama. His mama will give him to me.
Okay. Good. You're going to take him from him while he's asleep. That's big of you. Okay, that's fine.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean, we're asking him to take him. That's real big of us.
I want to tell his mom that I need to fix him.
Oh, okay, cool. That works. I don't think there's anything else I need you to do except for not leave town. I don't think you're gonna, because I feel like you're stuck here. But I'm just saying, don't do that, because that would suck for us. Because I don't like to run. Stoat's good at fucking running though, quick as shit.
Does he see you, so?
You're muted.
You're muted. You're muted.
She's she's kind of like peering out from the cart.
Are you still sharpening the knife?
After she pulled that thing out, I don't know if she would.
Okay.
She's listening closely now.
So he's like, all right, that's fine. No. And he stops and he looks around. So looks over at Kai. Did you actually need an arm sleeve, or is this just all a ruse?
Oh, I do. And he lifts up like his robes and gestures to the fact that it's all burned up. Yeah, no, I do need. Yeah, I need to cover that up. You aren't a tailor, so I figured I wouldn't ask you for new robes. I'd ask you for something to cover up my arm.
All right, so
I still paid you the money. Still, that's still good.
It's all right. Well, they'll be ready tomorrow morning, then.
I appreciate you, Carla.
I
feel like you might not hear that enough, but I do appreciate you.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, he kind of like leans real close to you, Craig. Besides all this, I thought maybe all along, I don't like that one back there. He doesn't point, but he kind of like leans to your side of your head to kind of like give him Compton a look. I don't like him much. He's a cocky shite.
He's an acquired taste, but he's a real nice man.
Yeah, he's like a taste of like bread on shit.
He's also my friend, so maybe you should see yourself out, because I think we're done with you.
Wait, wait.
Oh, and he like puts an arm on Carla's shoulder to grab him when Stoat
he's like turning and he's just like, oh.
Wait, Stoat needs to talk to you some, so.
Did you help anyone outside of town set up a blacksmith?
What do you mean? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't set up. No.
Okay.
In the basement of this hell house we ran into, there was a whole setup and everything.
We found a blueprint in there too, though. Actually, did you hand out any blueprints to anything?
No, and I just did my work. I told you everything I did. I made these tripod legs, and I was making items for Denvor. Nothing that, well, they gave me blueprints, but I never gave anything back that way. Well, I gave items, but not blueprints.
Can you actually, Stoke, can you get that document out the bag?
He is, as they're doing this, like pulling Karlar around to be so he is between Karlar and the door, and he's facing them. Not.
Are you like holding him like this and just being like, hey there, buddy?
It is one hand on one shoulder, not both. But
are you doing like that arm around shoulder, or just like one hand just on his shoulder?
Just one hand like dragging him.
Yeah.
He's
not fighting.
He's doing his best to seem friendly and not intimidating, but it's Crag, so he's not good at that.
He's you see, like, as he was about to leave, and then as soon as you like turn his shoulder and like rotate him back and slightly push him a little bit further into the barn, he just lets a
It'll be over soon, buddy.
All right. What do you got?
Stoke's in the back trying to figure out what they're talking about because she can't remember.
The blueprint of that big ass sword.
Well, no, she doesn't know. Roll me an intelligence check.
Excellent.
3.
A 3. So he said, pull out those papers. And the only thing they've been reading for the last day that seemed really important was, and you can make this, you can choose what you want to bring out, Stout. There is the Children of Padilla, the very magical book, the letters from Gilly Hardhelm, or the journal of Lofar Thungrid. Those are all the papers that they've seemed really interested in last night.
She pulls out the letters.
All right. Do you give him the content?
Oh yeah, I give the letters one at a time. Like, then there's this one, and there's this one.
Compton looks like, at first he's like, and then he realizes, he's like, oh, thank you so much. Also, could you please get the blueprints out? Because he's going to need those. I need these.
That's the big blue one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we go.
The one with the sword on it.
Oh. Okay, and then she pulls it out.
A treasurer, everybody.
All right.
Need to be more clear with our instructions, clearly.
All right, you have the blueprint.
I just open it up in front. Like, so what's familiarity with this at all? Anything about it? Not just the piece, but anything.
He'll open it up and he'll like look it over. Who's all like paying attention to him?
Crank's watching him.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Everybody can roll me an insight check.
Compton won't. Compton's just gonna take his word for his word.
$19.
Craig kind of gets a whiff of it, but Randy, you notice like as soon as he opens up this blueprint, at first his face is like really he's terrified of the whole situation. You can tell right away. As soon as he like looks at his blueprint, his terror and his like body and face just kind of like wipe away, and his eyes widen in shock as he's like looking at this item. Kind of, you know, when you open up a gift on Christmas morning and think it's just the best thing ever, mm-hmm. Right? That's kind of like the look that washes over his face when he sees it. And he's kind of like, I don't know exactly what it is, but whoever was, do you know who's making this?
I mean, I was almost thinking it might be you, but that's besides the point.
Oh, I know. Me and Craig talked about this. I don't do much of the intricate type work and everything like that. Whoever's going to be making this thing here, I'd say he's a master blacksmith would have been a little bit understatement on here. He has looks like he has something. What type of steel?
Oh shit! I forgot. Okay, Stoke, there's the metal rocks in the bag. You'll know them. They're kind of like. Do you know what an ingot is?
Yeah, they were the bars, right?
Yeah. Can you get me one of them? Sorry, you bell went off.
Stoke again hides behind the cart. It's like the canvas, so that he can't see where she's grabbing this from. She pulls it out and gives it to you.
Just pass it. Is it this maybe that she's thinking about?
Looks at it. And you see do you mind, Craig, do you have those files I gave you?
Yeah. And he like reaches into a nebulous pocket within his robes and pulls out one of the files.
Can you hold this ingot?
Yeah.
And he takes the file and he's gonna like slam it against the ingot. You feel no vibration or force.
It's vibranium.
Oh.
He's like, yeah, this way here. Where'd you find that? This is some pretty. I've never.
Yeah, you got a lot of questions. We ain't doing it that way right now.
Okay.
Well, the place we found it don't exist no more. So
true, I suppose.
The Hell House, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right, yeah, okay. Well, whoever's crafting something, they want a sword. If they're making it out of this material to make it so any type of vibrations or force that's gonna be put on this blade ain't gonna be felt by the wielder.
Wait, oh shit! Wait, can you do that to a maul?
Well, the maw, the whole thing more is gonna be the hit. Like this whole, and he opens up the print. He's like this whole item here is gonna be made of that. It looked like the design they made, making the whole thing out of that material there. For the maw, you'd have to have the shaft to be made out of that too. Then, if you're gonna make a maul that way, but this is far beyond. And he's like opening it up and he's like trying to explain the intricacies of the blade and everything. The how large they want this to be, and then they want, and he's like pointing at parts where they want it hollowed out, other parts where they want it to like be connected to the other and everything like that. He's like, I don't even, and he's like pointing to other parts. I don't even know what they're trying to do here. It's just far beyond my level of craftsmanship. But whoever was going to be making this, once in a lifetime weapon, this thing is.
All right. Okay. Compton will put his hands out to request the items back, but the blueprint and the ingot.
He just gives them both Craig. Doesn't want to deal with it.
Craig, because he's not directly within arm's reach of Compton, just kind of holds them for the moment.
Yeah.
Are we done now?
Wait.
Guess not.
Does that sword, does it look like something a human would wield?
By the dimensions, yeah, it's just someone strong.
But like, it could still be, it's.
If you got strength, I could see no reason why you wouldn't be able to wield it on there. Like he looks over at Craig, for sure he'd be able to wield something like that there, and kind of looks at Soap. Unless it was made in a smaller way, maybe someone like you might be able. This here looks like some type of like bastard sword, long sword type thing. By the dimensions, it's the only problem with it is that if it's being made completely out of, and he points to the material Craig got in his hand, it's gonna be heavy, real heavy. Whatever.
Maybe that's the hollowed out parts.
Well, no. The weird part is the hollow points seem to connect to other hollow points, so it's almost like something's supposed to run through it. Don't know what.
Okay, that's fine. We're done. We'll talk about that piece later. Raina, because it's so important that we are inclusive as a group, you got any questions for our friend?
I think everything's been covered.
Awesome. And he's like tries to turn.
Craig's looking at everybody else. If nobody else pipes up, he will step aside and let him go.
Bye, Carlar.
Boom. He does not, like, when he does the turn and he takes like 3 steps and Craig doesn't grab him again because, he's taken 1 or 2 steps before and Craig's always turned him around. He takes like 3, 4, looks back at Craig and he just like does the shuffle off.
Oh, man.
Not gonna lie, I feel a little bad. Just a little bit.
Why, though?
He put that man through an awful lot.
Yeah, to be fair, he put himself through an awful lot. He could have just told us what we need to know early, up front. And look, okay, we're not going to do this about every time we get somebody for questioning because it's going to happen a lot. Where's MJ?
He should still be sleeping, I figure. I didn't see him downstairs.
Let him sleep, I guess. I need to put some pants on. I need a bath.
Good morning, by the way, everybody, I guess.
Hi, good morning. Compton instinctually looks down and then verifies. It's like, oh, it's not that. No, we're fine. I'm going to go put pants on, though. He climbs in the back of the wagon.
Great. Hey, you actually not going to ask. And he will step up into, like, nearer to the wagon. And he will just, like, set the ingot and the blueprint down in front of Stoat, but not hand them to her directly. And he will back up quickly.
I had the craziest dream last night, y'all. I want to tell you about it. Yeah, I'm going to get these paints on. I get my paints on. Now I poke my head out. So, hey, it was, every now and then you start missing home, right? Like I do. I start missing home, something fierce. My baby's is back there. And I had a dream. And what was crazy about it, it was more like a memory of sorts. There was this time, my pa's a shipwright, right? Shipwright, correct. That sounds better. And every now and then he'd bring home little makeshift toys for the girls, right? I got 2 daughters, Macy and Alice. They're absolute delights. Anyways, he had at one point in time he made this top. Now I'm just remembering this as a dream, right? So he made this top out of this like leftover wood that he had, and it was just one, but there's 2 of them. And we know how that goes, right? So as I'm watching them play with the top, it was all good. They was playing. It was fine. I turned my back for a second. Next thing I know, Macy latches on to Alice, just bites her. Something fierce. Screaming out, just hollering, right?
Craig is going to start leaving.
No, Craig, just hold on. This is important. This is necessary. Okay? Just hold on.
He stops.
So
Goat is just staring daggers at you.
So Macy bites onto Alice. I turn around. I'm like, oh, shit, what are you doing? Let it go. And I go to pick up Alice. And here's the deal, right? Macy had such a grip on it. When I pick up Alice, Macy come up too. Right? Inevitably, I shake her enough she don't fall. And Alice sitting there, she got this, I swear to you, just teeth marks all around, bleeding out a little bit. I think the moral of the story here is emotions run high for everybody. And sometimes you just got to bite a folk. And I think what we need to know, right, Craig, this is important, that as we grow as individuals, we learn that biting people isn't the solution when our emotions run high, And we could just, it's okay. It happens to everybody. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I remember as a child, definitely some biting incidents. My dad always used to say if there were no teeth marks, it didn't count. So maybe just don't leave.
Right.
Don't chomp too hard, right?
I don't. Okay, so first off, I remember this pretty clearly. When she had Jack, Mama told me you're not supposed to shake kids.
Look, I don't need this from you right now. I'm going to do what I need to do to detach to. You can't shake them when they's too small. They were big enough. It wasn't that kind of... Fuck, Craig. Look, you don't know what it's like to be a father. It's a stressful situation.
Yeah, I'm sure that ain't... Okay, moving on to second point. Second point. Hey, Raina. And he just points to his tusks. How do you figure I'm supposed to not leave a mark?
Well, that's why you can't bite anyone. You're not going to not leave a mark.
Okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. We can have this conversation another time.
I feel like you said that last night.
I don't know if I did.
This is the other time.
There's other times is my point.
I know a different story.
Oh, what's it? God, I want to hear it.
Okay, no,
tell us a story.
It's just gonna make me feel bad because I can just leave and you can tell them your fun story.
No. Wait, is it gonna make him feel bad?
Gonna make you feel.
Okay, yeah, fine.
It works that 8 people for power.
Okay, maybe we don't tell that story actually, because see, I was trying to make it. Oh, God damn it. Okay, I see what you're saying about maybe for a letter. We have to figure this out, right? Because this is what I'm trying to avoid. I tried to tell this story that I told to kind of like clear the air and say that people kind of run on high emotions sometimes, and folk be biting folk. We don't want it to just immediately become a situation where, you know, members of our party internally are distrusting each other. That's really what it comes down to, right? Because Stoke, look.
Although in some situations, you can bite people.
Compton,
Just don't eat them, right?
I don't. Okay,
moving forward, yes, true.
Yeah, continuing and moving on. We don't. That's fine. Okay, so I can say, without a doubt, I can promise, I'm not gonna bite none of y'all. If only because all of you look like you taste awful.
I bet you I'm fucking delicious.
No. See, it's you thinking that makes it that you wouldn't.
God damn it. Wait, so you're telling me that the bandit tastes better than me?
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
I couldn't tell you what he tasted like, actually.
Okay.
And as you're having this conversation,
like, you ever when you were a kid put copper in your mouth? A little bit like that.
Compton
I almost said penny.
Compton in this moment still has a copper wire in his cheek. He's like, when you was a kid.
Yeah, and then your mama tells you like, oh, don't do that. You don't know where that's been.
Wait,
hey, sorry. The newsroom told me I need to clean up all the horse shit in the barn. And she told you all if you want breakfast, you gotta come get it. Well, it's actually it's almost lunchtime now, like 10 or so. So, hey, she said come eat, because honestly, come eat, and I gotta clean the barn. She told me to tell you.
I am hungry, and I would like to get into the restroom.
Y'all ain't gonna get that restroom. That's fine.
Yeah, I've been hungry, so yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you never stopped talking, so I had to kind of intrude.
Okay, well, you don't have a sense of judgy about it, but go on ahead, do your work.
All right. Walks on in.
And Craig's just gonna start leaving.
Yeah.
Let's go get something to eat.
Yeah.
I've got to do something. But yeah, let's go.
Compton's holding back. He's dragging his feet here.
Stoke goes up to, it's Thomas, was it?
Yep.
I know everything that's in this wagon. If anything moves, they will never find you.
Jesus.
The look I'm making right now is what he's giving you. He's like, all right, I'm sorry. I won't touch. I don't even need to touch the wagon. I'll just touch the horse. Can I move the horses?
I'm gonna grab my staff that still has the scythe on it and be like, don't upset them.
No, I like them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Sure you do.
I do. They're nice. And he like pats the one. And this is probably the first time you've ever seen the horse like nuzzle up to someone. And then as soon as it like looks at you, it goes.
I'm leaving. I'm going to get breakfast.
So did Stoke go with Raina?
Yeah.
Okay, so as Compton's leaving the barn, he's going, look, man, I know I was being a hard ass. We just needed the moment. I do apologize. That was fucked up. You's a good kid. I don't know how old you are. Maybe you're old. You're not older than me.
No, I'm only like 16.
Fuck, I feel a little bad about that. You shouldn't be working a full-time job at 16, Thomas. This town's got some problems. This is fine. Here's the deal. Wait a second. I gave you 2 gold pieces and you went down to Sultry Apple and drank yourself pissy and you're 16 years old?
I didn't drink myself pissy. I actually...
Did you buy a woman? You did. God damn it, Thomas.
Hey, you know what? That's disrespectful.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done it.
No, I didn't purchase her. I traded a wonderful evening with her currency.
That's fine. Okay. You know what, Thomas? I'm glad to be part of your adventure. I got to stop the conversation, though, because it's too much for me. The dad inside me is having problems. So here's what we're going to do. I'm gonna give
It
you.
was an agreeable transaction between one adult to another.
Yes, I know.
You gotta
take it
with us.
Look, I'm gonna move past it just for a moment. I'm gonna give you another gold piece.
And I will enjoy myself this evening once again, and I thank you.
I don't want to give you the fucking gold now, Thomas. You're screwing this up for me. All I wanted you to do. Okay, fuck. Why does it gotta be this way?
I never felt like such a man than I did last evening. I've never been unable to afford the services that were offered by the sultry apple. And you,
God,
good
Thomas,
sir, he grabs him by the shoulder,
be...
looks in the face, made me a man. And I will never, ever,
Look, I'm never going to
forget your name.
Listen here, Thomas. Thomas, one, I'm honored that you feel that way, but I would never take that away from the woman that decided to manage all this.
It was only because of you that I was able.
Thomas.
He just needs a positive parental figure.
Thomas, I'm so okay. Listen. I'm gonna give you a gold piece, and you could do what you want with it. Don't talk to me about it, right? Don't talk to anybody about it. Like, that's between you and God and the woman. Just leave. Fuck it. Okay. I'm gonna give you another gold piece to help me do some stuff today, because I ain't got the time, and there's stuff that needs doing.
Anything for you, Compton.
Okay.
Anything.
I'm gonna grab my ratty ass coat. See this fucking coat?
Oh, yeah?
Okay, my friend was wearing it and it caught fire. I don't need you to wonder why, just that's what happened. You got a tailor in town?
Well, not so much a tailor. We got a seamstress, so.
Cool. Can you please take this coat to them and have them make me one that's at least matches the sizing?
You want just like a copy of this here jacket?
Yeah, it'll never have the same sentimental value, but I need it.
All right.
Okay, yeah, just do it, please. Second, can you get a book for me?
Oh, yeah. I can get books.
Yeah, so I need a book called The Crimson Ode. You write that down? You need me to write it down? Here, Thomas, put your hand out. Give me your arm.
All right. He gives you your arm.
Get my quill, and I grab his hand, and I write The Crimson Ode on his forearm.
Okay.
Now I've realized that I didn't ask if you could read. Do you know your letters?
That hurt.
Why did it hurt? It's just ink. It shouldn't have hurt.
It's a quill. It's a tip pointed middle. It hurt. You scraped it right into my bones. That gave me a tattoo. I've heard of those before.
Thomas, you said you'd do anything for me. You're complaining a lot.
I'm sorry. It hurt. I'm not used to people stabbing me with metal.
Compton's getting a headache. Okay, look.
Yeah, I see there's a C.
You would have seen Raina's giant tattoo.
I know. Look.
See?
Okay.
There's an M in there.
Okay. Yeah. Look, if anybody willing to sell you a book can read, so maybe just show it off. I heard that they might have this at the general store, so maybe check there first. If it's not, if you know anybody
that's
in
the
town,
only place.
No,
that's the only place I was going to check with James.
Let me speak just a second, Thomas. I love you, buddy. I do. You're a man now. So,
man,
here's the deal. Just because the general store don't got it doesn't mean that somebody else in town who's an avid reader might not. So I just need you, because you live here. You might know folk.
Yeah.
Just try to find me this fucking book from somebody. It's pretty popular. I'm sure somebody got it. I need it today. Can you please make it a priority after you take care of them horses?
Yeah, I'll ask everybody if they've seen this book and then bring it to Compton. Got it.
Yeah, and I'll pay for it. So just give me, thank you. You are wonderful. You get a gold out of it. I'm not giving it to you up front, though, because I don't want you running off.
Oh.
You get it after the fact.
I wouldn't run off. No, it's no problem.
I clap him on the back, and if he still talks, I leave. Like, I'm just, I leave him out there anyways.
Yeah, no problem. You leave, you all head. Raina, did you stay behind, or did you head with the other three?
No, I headed with the other three. I gotta do my hair and stuff.
So as soon as the other three, you head into the inn. You open up the door. The smell of fresh drinks, back bacon, eggs, everything kind of wafts through the door as you all enter. You see inside Lunadrim and Ophelia with large smiles upon their face, sitting behind once again the bar. And with that, we'll take a break there.